This boy trying to escape from zombies hid inside a vertical pipe shaft in the stairwell. Luckily, he managed to avoid being caught. He climbed upward along the pipe. Later, he tried to call the police for help, but what he didn't know was that the government had already blocked all signals in the area. There was no way to contact the outside world. Andy had no other choice but to rely on himself to survive. Soon, he climbed up to the rooftop. He kicked open the shaft door, but the noise attracted all the nearby zombies. They growled at Andy, and he froze in fear. He was actually terrified of the zombies, but then he thought of the girl he secretly liked, still waiting for him in the classroom. That gave him the courage to face the terrifying creatures. He kicked open the door again and skillfully dodged the zombies' attacks. He wanted to run back to the classroom to rejoin the others, but the zombies in the stairwell kept chasing him. He had no choice but to hide in a nearby safe classroom. Since Andy hadn't returned for a long time, everyone else was very worried. They used a drone to check on him. After seeing that he was still safe, they finally felt relieved. They decided to go meet up with Andy and then climb to the rooftop together to wait for helicopter rescue. But the school was full of zombies, and avoiding them wasn't easy. At that moment, Annie came up with a clever idea. She turned on all the speakers on the right side of the building and played loud music. The zombies heard the sound and began gathering toward the right side of the school. But what they didn't know was that the broadcast also woke up a half-human, half-zombie creature, Jack. He had a grudge against Andy and had been hunting him for revenge. Now was their chance to find Andy. Everyone carefully stepped out of the classroom, but there was still one zombie nearby that hadn't left. They moved slowly along the wall, but suddenly, a boy's water bottle dropped to the floor. The zombie immediately charged toward them. Eddie stayed behind to stop the zombie while the others ran toward the classroom where Andy was. Eddie was quickly knocked to the ground. Just when he thought he would be bitten, Jack suddenly appeared and saved him. But Jack's real reason for saving him was to find out where Andy was. Eddie, being Andy's close friend, refused to say anything. Jack became furious and started attacking Eddie. Eddie couldn't fight back. At that moment, Annie showed up and stopped Jack. Jack then turned to attack Annie. Seeing this, Eddie exploded with incredible strength. Jack was knocked down. Eddie grabbed Annie, and they ran together. Finally, they reunited with the rest of the group. But just as everyone was breathing a sigh of relief, they noticed there was a bite mark on Annie's hand.